Hi, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery with a 16 by 20 inch canvas that's matte black, pre-primed by Michaels or Artist Loft, I guess. I've got some Amsterdam acrylic ink and a little Maiden and some art fluid all mixed, so I have a rather thin version I tried to use as a drip medium to make some paintings. And I want to use it because I think it'll be thin enough to dry quickly. And I want some black marks on the background that aren't matte. I'm planning on doing my very best to make a mess and not worry about anything beyond that. I've got some French silk, which is a Prizm pour. I'm a Colourarte affiliate. You can find a coupon code underneath the video in the description. I don't know how white that'll turn out. I'm tempted to add a little bit of actual white. That obviously should have been shaken up a little more, but I think by the time I'm done it's not going to make any difference. And I think I am going to add some white and see how it goes. It's a vivid, intense white. Let's try it once and see. We can always cover once. There's no guarantee this will have any resemblance to what it starts as, because I'm planning on swiping. But I thought it'd be nice to have something interesting happening in the background. And I want to try out some cell activators, some colored cell activators, which I've been on this kick lately. So I'm going to use some orange crush. Maybe I'm going to add some Tiger's Eye. They're both Prizm pours. Seems like an odd combination. That Tiger's Eye dries beautifully. I'm just going to start out with my my spatula before I move on to something else. I'm going to use the Dancing Fuchsia Purely Pigment in Australian Floetrol. And I believe that this is Atelier, a red orange and an orange I used to mix until I got a red orange. And I'm thinking my rubber brushes are next. But it's interesting enough for me to pull out the actual Dancing Fuchsia. And a little bit of the Cobalt Turquoise. Wipe my spatula off a little more. Make sure it's open. I love the way those operate together. Just love them. I clean my spatula off. I'm being called to Saffron. I may turn this around a different direction. And I think with the saffron, I'm going to use some sour lemon. Oh, I see there's something in there. That's got to go. When you see lemons, pull them out. If you have a chance to get these sharp end tweezers, you should. But don't get the ones without the grips. The ones with the grips are the better ones. I replaced a pair that was missing, that's still missing, and they were too thin. The tips bent too easily. I'm going to stick with Dancing Fuchsia, only this time I'm going to put it right on the canvas. Clean up my spatula somewhere else. I'm thinking there's definitely a turquoise color choice in my future. I've got the gold out. I've got several turquoises. Mystique is a primary element. And I'm going to use a little bit of Perfect Indigo. Another Prizm pour. Maybe a little, no, I was going to say maybe a little Blue Flame, but I've got this Whispering Wind and I really like it. And I believe it's a primary element, but I'm not 100% sure. I have what I mixed it with added in, but I don't have its origin, primary element or Prizm pour. Am I done? I'm not sure. I've got Red Violet. Now, I think what would go best with that is probably first me cleaning off my spatula so I don't have any dried paint on there to pull any marks. You know, weirdly enough, I'm going to try some of this Atelier green mix. While I was testing out canvases the other day, I did notice that I like my practice runs sometimes a lot. And I'm not ready to tip that. I'm going to keep wiping off my spatula, or I'm going to try and keep wiping off my spatula so I can use the same one for a while. I'm really tempted to use some Chantilly lace, if I can lay my hands on it. There we go. And a cell activator. The question is where can I get away with that? I'm going to wish I had mixed up more Dancing Fuchsia, I can tell you now. Maybe I'll share the love with the Cobalt Turquoise from Atelier. Maybe I'll use one of my little rubber brushes. Let's use a straw. Thinking about doing some florals. So I want to combine some colors and do some trials. You know what? I really like that. And I want to move it. Put some Mystique down. My assumption is I can fill in, cover up any of the little drag marks that I'm not a big fan of. That's a bubble. That's weird. Maybe it's not a bubble. That's part of a cheap canvas. So I'm liking what I've got so far, even though I see a couple things that are bugging me. And I might be able to do something about that. That's not hurting my feelings any. This is still bugging me. I'm thinking maybe some Tuscan Sun, because I love how that yellow looks, but the yellow is the sour lemon. Maybe a little bit of everything. That was saffron. Let's just go ahead and do the sour lemon again. It's got holly berry in it. Sometimes it's got orange crush in it. Depends on how old the video is and how long it took me to post it. Let's use a little bit of that tiger's eye. Let's try a bigger brush. Wipe off the one that's waiting to be wiped off. Hopefully you can see that. You know what? I so want some turquoise too. Some more cobalt turquoise. Even if it makes green, that's okay. I think it'll be interesting. I'm going to blow that out, I think. I don't know if tipping would help. I got some drops on there, but I kind of like them. I don't think they're hurting anything. They look like they're mostly cell activator anyway. I'm being called to some green. I think the green is going to be the cell activator. But I think I'm going to use some sour lemon. And if I can lay my hands on one of my little nail art tools. It's not the one I was looking for, but it'll have to do. Yeah, that's kind of fun. I'd like that. Oh, I found it. Good. Cool. Quite a bit of color there. No reason not to mess with it. think I'm going to take one of my smaller tools, use it to clean off my bigger tool, and use the paint. See if there's any place I really feel like I might need it. I think it'll work right there really well. I'm still feeling that green coming my way. I'm thinking about the more turquoise, more Mystique. I don't think that's going to hurt my feelings any. Maybe some more red violet, which is a vivid intense. What else? I shouldn't repeat the same exact thing. Probably. Although, I'm going to wipe off my tool. Trying to keep remembering. Now this is a mix of, it says, Vibrant Aqua and Azure Blue, but whatever it took, it was purely pigments, not Atelier. I've just decided, I recall. Keep being called to African Violet. I've got a Klingon. And I think with that I'm going to give it some of the Dancing Fuchsia. African Violet is a Prizm pour. I haven't seen much of this Tiger Eye show up yet, so it's obviously working as an extender, and maybe bits of it will dry and we'll see what it looks like. How about a little bit of Periwinkle, Vivid Intense, Fluorescent, I believe. And I want the turquoise cell activator. I'm going to clean off my brush first though. Come on, pull. Clean off both of my brushes. Okay, so on to green cell activator. I'm really tempted to just let it run a little bit that way. Maybe a little bit more African Violet. I think it's time to add some art fluid to the African Violet. It's pretty thick. That side's cleaned. That bubble out. I need something right there, I think. And I think it's going to be sour lemon, orange crush, Prizm pour, saffron? Yeah, I guess so. And I'm going to grab one of my little acetate tools. Which I'm glad didn't fall over. Not as tidy as I'm hoping, but I think it'll be okay in the end. Just grab a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula, clean off the extra, and use it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, and it's taking an awful long time, but I'm having a good time doing it, so that's pretty much a success story right there. If you can't swipe it into place, blow it into place after that. It's my theory and I'm sticking to it. Just had to clean up that rough edge. Now, do I want to get rid of all my negative space? Because I kind of think I don't. But I don't know how to finish without destroying something I've got here. But I do have one more little tool left. And we'll give it a try. That maybe worked better than I anticipated. Tempted. I'm going to do it. Alright. Seriously different, but seriously cool. And I have decided at the last moment that I want just a little more dancing fuchsia. Right there. And it may run into the ink. We'll see how it dries on black. I think it dries pretty well, actually. Alright, I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to pop some bubbles and I'm probably going to torch. I'm going to shimmer this at you. And I see that one red dot and I like it. So I'm going to add another one or more than one. Why not? After all, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody but me, right? I still have to torch. I see a few bubbles. Thank you for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for watching longer. It speaks to the YouTube algorithm. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out @gmail.com if you'd like to inquire about taking a class with me at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, one-on-one, or purchasing an artwork. Linktree, you'll find promo codes for Colourarte products and pixel paint designs. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, a couple of my websites, my Amazon link, volumes 1 and volumes 2 of my books are on the Amazon link, because I can, and Unlimited Possibilities, the first and the second 100 videos I made for YouTube. Questions are welcome and encouraged. My community board will show you tomorrow's video at around 2 p.m. hopefully. I'll do something else. Thank you. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you to the members. Thank you to those of you who use PayPal to make a donation to keep me painting. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys endlessly, and you inspire me always. My paint pouring recipes below show more, and I have 34 playlists of 100 videos each, and everything's organized by topic and genre. If you need anything, don't forget, ask questions. It's fine. Thank you for being here. Bye for now. Priscilla out.